Just got a new addition to the collection, and that's the Air Jordan 23 Marquette PE. I'm excited to unbox these and show you guys all the details because this is something that we don't typically get to see on the internet. So let's go ahead and crack these things open. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ, and this is the DNA Show. As you can see right here, you got your all over sample box, and this was the previous era retro box as well for a short period of time. And you got the gold Jumpman right here in the center of that with the hinge lid, and the size tag reads Air Jordan 23 Retro P, Amarillo, white college navy, size 13, just for me. And these don't technically have a retail on the shoe because this was a PE that was given to the players, which we will talk about in a second. Now lifting the lid open right here, you can see you have your white paper with the all over 23 in the gold text, and then peeling that pack, you have some additional white paper, and then you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. So before I go into all the beautiful details of this shoe, you know we got to talk about the history first. Back in 2010, Marquette became an official Jordan brand school, and since then we have seen a rich history with Marquette and the player edition shoes over the years. Back in 2015, Jordan brand wanted to put more energy behind their higher numbers, and we saw the player edition sneakers come out in the Jordan 29 model, so they decided to give player edition sneakers to the colleges that were sponsored by Jordan brand at the time, Oregon Ducks and UNC Classic, because you know they always get everything. But we also saw Georgetown get some, and Marquette even got a couple pairs as well. Now after the 2015 pair came out, we then saw the Air Jordan 2 Low release in multiple college colorways as well. And then we began to see a trend of all the schools that were sponsored by Jordan brand. Next thing you know, that year they were getting another retro and a different PE version. So in 2017 we then saw the Air Jordan 13 Low, and in 2018 we saw the Jordan 3 set, and that was when everything started to change. I have a full in-depth review breaking down the entire set when I used to have that, so make sure you guys go check that out. I'll try to link that down below in the description for you guys as well. Now moving on to 2019, we then saw even more demand because the Jordan 4 started to come out. COVID was rolling around right after that, and then we saw a huge demand with money flowing into the system back in 2021 and 2020, and because of that it started to push all the Jordan 3s and Jordan 4s to higher peaks when it comes to the prices and the values of these college PEs. And then this new wave of college PE collectors started to come in at that same time as well. And amongst those, we saw the Air Jordan 4 in the college PE version, and it was a pretty clean shoe, especially with that blue back tab. And also here's some quick images of the sample look-see pair that I used to have compared with those side by side. Now after that in 2020, we then saw the Air Jordan 5 in the Marquette colorway. This one in particular I don't have in my collection and have never owned, but I wouldn't mind having them. I think it's a pretty solid shoe. Let me know what you guys think about those down below. Then in 2021 we saw the Air Jordan 1 High OG set, which again, a bunch of great shoes, great materials, great colorways on a lot of the pairs. I don't like all of them, but overall very solid pack. After that 2022 rolled around, and my favorite model had finally gotten retroed, and that was the Air Jordan 6. Very excited about that one in particular. I still need to find a pair in my size. I've came across other pairs in different sizes, but I want my exact size because that one in particular, I wear those PEs even more than the other ones, and I need that whole set in the exact same size. Next up in 2023, we then saw the Air Jordan 1 Low OG set, and then in 2024 we got the Air Jordan 23 PE, which is this one right here, which we will cover in a second when it comes to all the details. And now in 2025 we have the Air Jordan 4 again, but a whole different twist. I mean, kinda ish, I guess you could say. They put the branding on the hang tag, but not actually on the shoe, which was one of my gripes when it comes to the Jordan 4 PEs from this era, because like, it's a PE, but it's not. It's a premium shoe, but it like, there's no school branding actually on the shoe, which is a whole nother argument. We'll talk about that later. Either way, here's a photo of the whole set. Great set, I love it. Yeah, they did a good job. All right, let's talk about these 23s. Today's partner is Sneaker Throne. They have multiple options when it comes to durable and high quality display cases. One of my personal favorites is the drop side display case. I'm a size 13 and I can easily fit my shoes inside of here, and I have hundreds of these stacked throughout my rooms to display my sneakers. When it comes to the cases in particular, you have 4 different color options: clear, black, white, and red. So if you're looking at grabbing one of these for yourself or for someone else, make sure you guys check out sneakerthrone.com, and don't forget to use the discount code DNA Show at checkout for 10% off for all your orders. Starting with the outsole, you can see you have your classic Air Jordan 23 bottom. So you're gonna have that thumbprint, that footprint, whatever you'd like to call it, that print that we saw on the other version. It's gonna be the same thing here. So you have that heel swirl, and then the same swirls right here around the ball and the toes right here, as you can see those little imprints with the circles on the foot. Very dope touch to this sneaker. And then in the center of that, you're gonna have your carbon fiber plate all throughout, your TPU wrapping up throughout the sides with that translucent hit, and that very clean metallic navy all throughout those areas of the shoe. Now wrapping up to the side of the foot right here and around the toe, you're gonna see mixture of multiple materials right here. So you have more of a regular tumbled leather here and that yellow, and then you can see Jordan signatures here and that metallic text all throughout that area on the front end of the toe. Classic standard to the Air Jordan 23, and then the same thing here on the top of the vamp with the white patent leather. And then you have your perforations right here throughout with the design that goes up the center of the tongue. Also another dope touch and very similar to the Air Jordan 23 from the original. And as you can see right here, like I was talking about, same thing with the perforations and the design elements to it. This is a suede, but obviously same thing with the design. So I love how they keep some of that same integrity of the OG, but then switch up some major differences on the side panel. Yo, real quick, just wanted to let you guys know we're getting very close to 400,000 subscribers, so I need you guys to hit that subscribe button because we got a big giveaway coming for that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more updates. Now let's get back to the video. Now continuing on with the tongue in the center of the foot right here, you can see you have that Marquette, that lighter blue in the middle right there, and that's visible through those perforated dots like we see. Now again, this is two different pieces. So you have this leather piece right here on the vamp, and then you have another piece right here on the top of the tongue. This goes all the way up with your Marquette logo here in the center of the tongue. These come standard with a pair of all white laces, and I don't remember them having anything special on the lace tip in particular. I'm looking at the other pairs, they don't have anything either. So just standard white laces on the shoe. Now on the back end of the tongue, you see "We Are" right here in that Marquette blue as well. And then on the inside of the collar, you're gonna have that carbon fiber look. I always say it's that carbon fiber look, classic to the anniversary vibe from the OG sample pack, and the same thing that we saw on the original 23s if you look at the collar on these. So again, I like how they kept that integrity on the shoe. Now looking at the sock liner, you're gonna have that same thing with the Marquette blue with the yellow Jumpman, and then the same thing with the Jumpman on the other foot as well. Now this insole is a little bit different. You notice you have those blue pods at the ball and the bottom end of the heel right there, so that's gonna be a nice little touch for comfort overall. Now again, some people love this shoe and some people hate this shoe when it comes to comfort. Some people say it's too stiff, some people say it breaks in very well. Me personally, I wear the shoe. I love it when it comes to 23s. I think it's actually very comfortable after you break it in. It is a little stiff initially, but overall, one of my favorite shoes to wear. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I really rock the 23s a lot, and I've been collecting all these because I personally like these. I know it's not a hyped up shoe and everybody don't care about it, but again, I'm gonna buy what I like and collect what I like. Now going on to the side panel right here, you're gonna see a dope touch with two special hits right here. So on the front, on the outside of the foot right here on the panel, you'll notice you have Marquette's mascot right here on the side of the foot, and then all around the border, you're gonna notice you have a triple stitch in yellow throughout the top, and then on the bottom end, it's gonna be a double stitch in yellow with that Marquette blue with a single stitch going around that entirety of that area, wrapping up to the back end around the heel where you see the little flap with that same blue stitch there. Now looking at the inside of the foot, you'll notice you have something similar to the outside when it comes to the suede, but again, it has a little bit more of a hairier vibe and feel and look to it, just because it's not pressed down like they did with the other one on the logo. But you'll also notice you have that diamond stitch all throughout this area with the Marquette logo embroidered on the inside in the middle around the ankle. So this is going to be something that's similar to all the other college PEs as well. If you haven't seen the previous college PE reviews, I've done a few and I got a couple more to do. I'm in the process of filming these right now for you guys, so make sure you guys check those out as well. And eventually, once I complete the entire set, then I'll make a full set video after I do all these individual videos. So overall, that is a look at this sneaker, and again, I am a very happy camper. When it comes to college PEs in particular, the Jordan 23 is going to be in a lot more affordable price range. I got these for 350 bucks. Very happy about these. But again, I have some pairs that are going for $1,500, and there's other pairs that are going for $2,200 to $2,500. Pay attention to those things. If you do want to add some PEs to your collection and you actually like Jordan 23s and you like some of these, I don't say go and get the whole set. Buy the ones that you like. Now, me personally, I like the entire set, but at the same time, I could say, you know what? Oklahoma and University of Houston, they look so similar. The reds are different, but I get it, different logos and stuff. But at the same time, they look very, very similar. So if I'm at the point where I'm like, do I really need to get those? I don't know. You know, I'll wait. I'll take my time. Maybe I have to get a good deal on them or something like that. But if I get the entire set and I'm just missing that one, it's not like I don't like them. So I'm going to be like, I might as well get them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of those type of scenarios. So how do you feel about the 23 set? Which ones do you have in your collection? Which ones do you want to add to your collection? Are you waiting on prices to go down or up? What do you think about all that stuff? I personally think what I've noticed over the years, college PEs, again, we're in a very different state when it comes to the economy. But college PEs, they go like this. They have a price, then they go up. The demand gets there, and then they sit, and they can go one or two ways. Up some more, and then just basically they're capped out there, or they just start to go down. We've started to see the decline on the Air Jordan 5, the Air Jordan 6, and some of the Air Jordan 4s from the older time. So if you want to get in, again, you can find some of those for a good price. This one in particular, I think the 23s are at a very, very good price. As you can see, I've been slowly grabbing them and adding them to my collection because I think any PE for under $1,000 over time, at the end of the day, people are going to look back on these 23s, because I've seen a lot of 23s be underappreciated, slept on, and the next thing you know, you're looking online and you're like, bro, I remember when those PEs came out, so-and-so PE, this, that, the other. Now they're $6,000, $8,000. I don't know if these are going to be worth that much, but what I can say is I think they're going to hold a solid value at the end of the day. So I'm not personally collecting them for that purpose, but I know a lot of people ask me that question, so I'm trying to answer it for you. Hopefully I answered most of the questions. If you guys got other ones, I'll try to answer those in the next Jordan 23 PE video, because I got the Florida Gators as well, so I need to film this video, and then once I get this one out for the Marquette, we got Florida Gators coming next. So stay tuned for this. I'll see you guys in another one. I appreciate you guys as always. I'm out.
I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I was made for it, it's in the DNA.